Why is Dragon Ball Fusion World so expensive? Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about the current state of Dragon Ball Fusion World. If you have been following this TCG lately, you probably already know the story. Product disappears fast. Local stores run out within minutes of a restock, if any. And when you go looking on eBay to find product, some of the prices makes you want to cry. So let's go through some of the reasons why I think the state is like this. Let's start with the latest set FB10, Cross Force. Now, this is a mainline set, not one of the special manga boosters, and it's currently sitting close to 400 Australian dollars a box on eBay, which is roughly 260 US dollars. For context, the official US price for a mainline box is generally around 120 to 130 dollars. And the Australian pre-order retail was selling at 220 to 240 before selling out completely. Here's the thing though, FB10 isn't considered particularly a strong set, in my opinion. It's not one where everyone's always talking about it. So why is it still commanding that kind of price? And I think the answer traces back one set earlier, to FB9 Dual Evolution, the second year anniversary set. Now that set introduced brand new leader rarities. It pushed the handful of cards into 4-figure territory as soon as it got released, for the first time in the mainline series. And I think it reset what a lot of collectors expected from a Fusion World set. Now, with FB10 landing right after it, that elevated attention never really went away. FB10 is currently trading well above older mainline sets, for example FB2 through to FB5, most of which have settled back down, kinda close to their original prices. So we're just taking a look at the box prices here for FB2 to FB5. As you can see, it's nowhere near close to FB10 or FB9. We do have some exceptions like FB6 here, and maybe FB8 as well. And of course, FB1 is going to have the premium just because it was the first edition of the mainline series for Dragon Ball to come out. So if FB9 and FB10 is the symptom of the problem, SB1 and SB2, the mega booster sets, are the actual driver of this issue. These are the ones which all of you know are reaching thousands of dollars just for a single box. And it's not just the big chase cards either. The energy markers, which are basically a bonus insert from a box, not even a main rarity, are pulling real money. Some of the gold and even silver ones are selling for a decent amount of money, and it's circulating around the market with high liquidity as well. And some of these numbers are completely outside what most collectors would call a normal budget. I would say that it's a complete nightmare trying to even master set SB1 or SB2. I'm not entirely sure if there even is someone that has accomplished that yet. I mean, not gonna lie, if you guys have seen the top chase cards for SB1 and SB2, they are really nice cards. But the prices and entry to get them is just impossible. And the problem is everyone's holding the stock, so no one's really opening them, which means that there's literally nothing available on the market, especially for the double star SCRs. And that's why we're seeing these kind of prices listed on marketplaces, because it's just really hard for people to get and also really expensive. So I don't know how well it's circulating, but yeah, it's just crazy to see these kind of prices. And then the story booster, ST1, on top of all that, coming out next. And let's start with what's actually been revealed so far. First off, this is the first set where all cards will be foil. All common cards will include a holo pattern. I'm pretty sure there's no UC or uncommon in this set, but let me know if I'm wrong. Now, they look okay, it adds a bit of a pattern to it, but nothing really special. We've also got the energy markers revealed with the alt art versions. This one, they look pretty average to me. It's just a card without the borders, maybe with some texturing, but the art is exactly the same, so it honestly just looks okay. Not too excited about this one. We also have some of the old arts revealed. Some of these look nice. I'm a fan of Goten, Trunks Youth, and Gohan, especially in the Majin Buu arc, so those want to be some of the cards I would want to get. I'm pretty sure ST1 is revolved around the Buu saga, please correct me if I'm wrong, so many fans of that arc would be keen for the cards in this set. Many of the Rs and SRs would get sort of like a rainbow version as an alternate art or parallel, which I think has a unique feel to it. Hopefully with some texturing, it'll look really nice in person. It kind of reminds me of rainbow Pokemon cards back in the Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield era. Some of these alternate art or parallel versions look great, and I don't doubt they'll fetch a high price, since the box itself will be really sought after, especially for collectors. Lastly, the secret rares for ST1 will be of course Vegito, again, and Vegeta. It feels like they're squeezing a little bit too much with Vegito. It would be nice to see other characters get the spotlight, such as Majin Buu, since this is the saga for this set. But I guess Vegito is popular for a reason. It would be interesting to see whether the God Rare or the 2-star variants will be unique in terms of design, or just similar to the other secret rares from the previous sets. I'm hoping they'll change it up somehow. There's probably a couple of details I missed, but generally, that is what we're going to get from ST1 coming in August. This set isn't even out yet. Release is the 21st of August, and boxes are already showing up on eBay Australia, well above $1,000, before release, before a single pack has been opened by anyone. And it's genuinely hard to find anywhere close to normal or retail price. Pre-orders sold out through multiple retailers before most people even know the product existed. So getting ST1 is literally impossible right now. And if you've gotten one, I'm not sure you might even want to open it, because the value that you get out of it, it's pretty much guaranteed to be a loss just because of how expensive the box is. So is all this sustainable, or is this still a bubble that's close to popping? We've got the print run question. Bandai has never reprinted SB1 or SB2, from what I know. And even if they do, it's a very small reprints coming to local game stores which will never see daylight. And once a run sells out, that's it. There's pretty much no second wave, even for the mainline sets. If ST1 follows the same pattern, that is intentional and no accident. It's the entire business model behind this series. But here's what makes me cautious. The player base for Dragon Ball Fusion World is still small compared to Pokemon or One Piece. So when you see prices like this, you have to ask, how many people can actually get in at these levels? Is a brand new player supposed to accept that the entry point into some of this product is now $1,000 a box? That's a hard sell for growing the game long term, even if it's good news for people who already have the manga boosters or have acquired ST1 themselves. And one more thing worth mentioning, a lot of these sales are happening on very low volume. When I pulled the numbers earlier for the video, plenty of listings had sold counts in the single digits, some in the low teens, and that's pretty much nothing. We're not talking about the kind of high volume liquidity you'd see with, for example, Pokemon cards. So when you see a headline number, $5,000 or $1,000 a box, that isn't even out yet, treat it very carefully and be careful where you enter. Because with this little data behind it, one or two sales can move the whole picture entirely. So where does that leave us? The base game, I think, is still affordable to actually play because some of the previous sets are cheaper and starter decks are still quite affordable. But the collector side of Dragon Ball Fusion World, especially the manga booster and now the story booster lines, has become a serious, genuinely expensive item to get a hold of. And whether that holds up long term is still an open question. All it takes is for Bandai to make more print waves, and I think the market will shift quite drastically. For those who are new here, this is Chill of the Chase. where we help passionate card collectors make smarter decisions in this hype-driven hobby. I'd love to know what you think. Is this sustainable, or are we watching a bubble build in real time, or about to pop? Have you got a hold of ST1 yourself, or have you given up on Dragon Ball Fusion World entirely? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.